My fascination with people in general is how they activate things that they're passionate about, okay? I'm having breakfast here. We just did a radio spot, and we'll talk about the growth of all that, because to walk into a diner and have an experience like this, having a conversation like this, that takes way deeper meaning if you don't know the context of even understanding all the things you're pursuing through passion, advocacy. Let's talk about food. First of all, tastes amazing. The service here is fantastic. Right. Tell me the notion of how food plays a role in your life and to others then.
Yeah, it's my biggest conduit, and it always has been, to conversation. Bonita restaurant was established on the corner of Cordova and Carroll Street. So I think I'll tell a quick anecdote about Bonita.
Yeah.
When we launched it, people said, "What's your cuisine?" I said, "What do you mean, what's a cuisine?" And they're like, what kind of food is it? Like, people are going to want to know what they're going for.
Because today you say West Coast, Asian cuisine.
You can say regionals, right?
Yeah.
But in this one, it was like, what is the cuisine that you serve there? And I said to my chef, I was like, what do we cook? He's like, well, there's German influence, there's Japanese influence, there's Quebecois influence, and we use regional ingredients. In 2007, it's like, nobody's going to know what that means at all. So we just said we do good, honest food. We do honest drinks, we do honest service, we do honest food. That's what we do. Like, I don't know what that means either. Can you tell me? But now you don't even really think about the food of a venue as much as you think about it as a cultural thing, right?
Yeah.
Where do you go? So that turned into, and let's just fast forward through all the different restaurants to Save On. This place has been here since 1956, 57.
Wow.
It's always been a place of food security before anybody knew what the fuck that meant. And why has it been that? It's because it's always been at the center of the conversation of who's in Vancouver. So now it acts as a community gathering place to talk about everything from gentrification to inequality to the future of rap music to everything happens here. But boil it all down, it's this.
Yes.
Nobody's going to come and have that conversation if the food sucks.
That's right.
And if it's not thoughtful in every single way.
That's right.
So we design systems that then enable conversation through food. And I take that work all over the world. I had a conversation with my managing director yesterday. We were talking, what is the future of Save On? This is about to be a tasting room for our brewery, Persephone. The radio station is like a runaway success in the city. I can't believe it. We've done zero promotion outside of organic. The diner is at an all-time high with its food. The meal program is in service, the greasy spoon. We do all of these things.
Amazing.
I was like, what do you want it to be to him? Because I'm on the road 20 days out of 30, doing the work that I do. What do you want? What does the team want? What does that success look like to them? And he said to me, I know whatever we do, because we're living our purpose, we're going to be able to finance it. And at any point where it would get really dark, we're like, oh my God, we might have to be bankrupt. I was like, we can't. Wow. Because if this model fails, that's so many people who rely on this vision to start their own thing, and I'm talking nationally and internationally. That shows them if we can't do it, they can't do it. So that's not a fucking option.
Yes.
No matter what we have to do to keep this open, we'll do it.
And you're taking action. You're a doer. You're executing. You're growing. You're not stagnant. And you're constantly influencing yourself with information, good information.
Right.
Tell me about how data is playing a role on how you're making the next move.
So if we say to somebody, this is a model, Save On Meats is a model, it could be a fishmonger and a fish processing plant with a token program like ours in St. John's. It could be anywhere. And as this model and this archetype that I've been building, if we drop it in the center of a community, look what we're doing right now. Look what we did this morning. Look what we'll do Monday night. You can give people good data around you're worth this. We care about you. We're going to do something about this. If you're hungry, we will feed you. If you need to talk, come have that conversation. Without that, we have this hierarchy of poverty and marginalization that's growing every day.
Every day.
And you have this power and influence and people feeling guilty about being guilty about it. Not understanding the data that it's 6 times in some areas more expensive for a taxpayer to have someone homeless than it is to house them and give them services. Well, that's the definition of insanity.
Wow.
I've got a guy, we walk out there right now, there's somebody laying on the street. It costs you and I, it'll come off our taxes this month, more in emergency services and everything else to have that gentleman or woman or child or veteran or indigenous youth sleep in that street than it does to provide for them. That's data. If I stand on a stage and I tell every taxpayer that I know, this is the truth.
Yes.
Unequivocally, the studies have been done since 2013.
Yes.
It's 2018, it's getting worse.
Wow.
That's data. That's it. I mean, if you can create belief in beautiful people around you that not only are they enough, but they can do world-changing things, and watch that come to fruition in front of you, it's not my legacy, it's theirs. You know whose legacy I want to be remembered for? Everybody else around that was inspired and did the work. Not me. You can throw my ashes out in Nova Scotia. I'm good. What I want to know is that when I left this planet, that I did absolutely everything I could to stably inspire people to make change.